Hello everybody and welcome to the video notes for Unit 3, Day 4. Today we're going to be talking about number opposites, so it's going to be a little bit of a review of what we did the last 2 days. And today's video is dedicated to Andrew in 6C. Hi Andrew. So first, to start us off, let's do something we've done before. Let's read the example. Locate the number 8 and its opposite on the number line, and explain how they are related to 0. So let's do 8 first. That's going to be right here. And the opposite of 8, right, is the negative version of that number. So of 8 here, the negative version is going to be negative 8. And the way that we explain that they're related is positive 8 is 8 units from 0. And negative 8 is also 8 units from 0, but in the opposite direction. So for our explanation is we'll say 8 and negative 8 are opposites, because they are both 8 units from 0. Right? This is 8 units from 0 this way. This is 8 units from 0 this way. So they're 8 units from 0, but in opposite directions. Okay, they're opposites because they're both 8 units from 0, but in opposite directions. Now that you have that, let's just do a quick practice. So you're going to pause, and on your own, try number 1 right here. So let's pause and do that. And now you're resuming the video to check your work. The 9, the opposite of 9 is negative 9, so that's going to go right there. Negative 2, the opposite of negative 2 is positive 2, so that's going to go right here. 4, the opposite of 4 is negative 4, so that's going to go right here. Negative 7, the opposite of negative 7 is 7, which is right here. All right, if you got all 4 of those, 4 gold coins for you. And let's move on to the next thing. Example 2, let's read the directions. Write the integer to represent each situation. Then write an opposite situation and the opposite integer. Here's what I mean by that. 100 feet above sea level. So remember, integer means whole number. So what is the whole number that we use to represent this situation? Well, I know that above sea level means it's positive. So it's going to be a positive number, and it's 100 feet above sea level. So my integer is positive 100. And then I think to myself, the opposite integer, well, I know it's going to be negative 100. And then I think to myself, what is the opposite of 100 feet above sea level? Well, it's 100 feet below sea level. Alright, so now that we've done this first example together, I want you on your own to try those two right there. So let's pause the video and try on your own these two right here. Do that right now. And now you are resuming the video after you have tried these two on your own, and we're just going to check here. 32 below 0. It's below 0, so that's a negative number. And so it's going to be minus 32. And the opposite of that, well, the opposite of minus 32 is positive 32. And the opposite of below is above. So the opposite would be 32 degrees Celsius above sea level. A withdrawal of $25. Remember, to withdraw something means to take out. So if you're taking money out of your bank account has less money. So you would have minus 25. And the opposite of negative 25, minus 25, is positive 25. And one way that you can add money into your bank account is to deposit. So we can say a deposit of $25. All right. You've checked, and at this point, what I'm going to tell you is the listening word for the day. This is just to see who's really listening to the video and not just quickly skipping through it. So the listening word, I want you to, in this space, write the word frog, like the animal, F-R-O-G. Go ahead and write frog right there so we can see who's really listening, and don't tell anyone. Frog. Okay, for the last two, where it says now you try, on the number line, label a credit of $15 and a debit of $15. So we're working with opposites again. You're going to put those on the number line and then write down what does 0 represent in this situation. So before I show you, I want you to try these two right here. Try those on your own, and then check back in when you're finished. Pause, go. And now you're continuing the video after you tried those on your own. A credit of $15, that's when you get more money into your bank account. So let's put our 0 here. Looks like we have to go by 5, so we're going to have 5, 10, 15. That's going to go, a credit of 15 is right there. A debit means something you owe. So it's going to be negative 5, negative 10, and negative 15. And that's right there. In this case, what does 0 represent? Well, it's not that you owe money, or it's not that you are getting money. 0 means you have $0, no money. $0, no money. How sad. On the number line, locate and label 20 degrees Celsius below. So let's put our 0 right in the middle. It looks like we have to go by tens here. So we have negative 10, negative 20. 20 below is right there. And then 20 above, we're going to go the other way. 10, 20, right there. What does 0 represent? Well, it would just be 0 degrees Celsius. If you got those on your own, 4 gold coins for you. And remember, today when you're done, keep your computers at your desk, please. Keep your computers at your desk because we're going to use them for the next activity.